Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for all the apples, guys. I can make more than one pie. Can you hear me and see me okay? Are we pixelating? God, I hope not. Ba ba. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Well, I promised myself I wasn't gonna do this, you guys. If we pixelate, that really bites. However, so this is the Lazy Susan we did Monday. A few people wanted to see it dry, so I thought I'd show it real quick. But it did come out beautiful. So when I get off here tonight, I definitely am changing my camera out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's making me mad. I even shut down and restarted so that my cache and everything was clear. But this is the Lazy Susan. This is one of Alan's clocks. And another one of Alan's clocks. Came out pretty good. And then I love this one that I did. I don't know, Shell. We'll find out, won't we? It would be a nice, easy fix if it was the camera. It might be my laptop, right? Okay. Are we ready for some scheming? I have no helper tonight. I'm on my own again. So if you watched the video I put up Saturday, that was on our tints, tones, and shades. I got them all painted up here on my wheel. Brian, I could use any time on those clocks. They have no hands. And if you want to get some clocks, I bought these on Target last week. Actually, Monday I ordered them and they came already. But these are wooden clocks from Target. They're $10. The hands are in here, so don't freak out when you get them like I did and like, where are the hands? But I will have to take it completely apart to pour on it. But I like the way that this one sits in there. So that's a pretty cool little thing. So I'll be painting some more clocks. Thank you, Shell. Okay. So we'll just do a quick run over. How's that sound? So our primary colors, red, yellow, blue. Secondary colors, orange, green, and violet. And the rest are our tertiary colors. So let's talk about complementary colors. A complementary color, I'm going to be using a skewer tonight, is the color across from the color that you pick. Let's say I pick red. My complementary color would be green. We all know that we cannot put these two in a pour together unless they are separated by one or more colors. Because the minute you pour, they're going to touch some way or another. So complementary colors are just what's across from each other on a color wheel. Another way that you can get away with this, and I've done it on several pieces. If I want to do red, green, and blue, I will do a bunch of cups with warm colors. I'll do some cups with green and gold and a few other yellows maybe. And then I'll do a cup with blues. So I'll pour my greens first, then my blues, and then my reds. And I get like a three-dimensional painting. So that way you get the colors that you want, and they're not all muddying together. So always make sure that when you're picking a color, let's say you're picking the violet, and your offset, your complementary color is yellow. Just you need some degrees of separation. Okay, so a split complementary color. I'm moving some stuff here. I can't really show you on this color wheel. I'll have to use this as my, well, yes I can. So as you can see here, it has it on here, so I'll use this one. All right, so split complementary color is, it's a triangle type, but it's not a true triangle because that would be our triad. So we're going to take a primary color, and we're going to use the two colors on the sides of the complementary color that's across from it. So if we took yellow, we'd use red violet and blue violet. If we took blue, this is why I like these color wheels, because they really do help with the spinner. So across from blue is orange. We don't want to do that. So our split complementary would be red, orange, and yellow, orange. And you can get away with these. Like I said, just depends how you layer your cup. This is definitely for painters who use brushes or watercolors or any of them type of painters or artists out there. So when we're pouring paint, we have to find a way to separate these so they complement each other. So you don't want to, I'd like, when you do the split complementary, you want one that's dominant. So let's say you wanted your blue to be dominant, and then the other two are just used as accent colors. So it avoids it from being really busy looking. So that does help a lot too. Okay, so Tetradic colors. They're usually the rectangular, but it's also known as the square because they do different color theory classes cover it differently. So you'd use the red violet and the blue green, the red orange, and the yellow green. Again, you'd have to split these up because these two would be fine together and these two would be fine together. But when you start bringing them into one pour, you're going to have to separate. And that's where a lot of people go wrong when they're pouring. They'll take this and lay this, which might be okay. And they'll take this and add it on top of this. And it's like already they're across from each other. So you know already you're in trouble. So if you're going to put a white in between or a black or some type of metallic, I would do it a little bit thicker so that these don't have a chance of touching. So that's all there is really to a tetradic color. So let's talk about analogous. I think we can talk about analogous. So analogous is taking 3 to 5 colors next to each other. And it works best if you stay with your warm colors. So it'd be from red to yellow green. Or if you take your cool colors from green to red violet. So what you want to do with this is, you'll see a lot of this in logos, where they kind of pick the same color themes. They take one that's dominant and they'll, you know, branch off a few other little colors, but they're all in the same color family. You'll see it with makeup when people put makeup on, or even in nature. Like, you know, if you look outside and you look at trees and you look at the leaves in the fall, those are analogous colors. They're harmonious. Sunrise and sunset, and mostly logos is where I see the most of it. And that's a lot of people, when they're getting a logo made, they pick colors that would not go together if they were poured. So that's why we always split them up. So it's best, like I said, if you do the warm or the cool. If you're going to blend these together, I would have your violet as your cutoff to the orange, and then your blue to the yellow orange. But you can see that also, like when companies are making logos, you'll see it like with Burger King, let's say Google, and what's another one? Microsoft. They use groupings of colors to make logos, and it's pretty cool how they come out with that. So I thought tonight, since we're talking about all of these schemes and stuff, I thought I would have you guys maybe shout out some colors, and we can take it from there and we can pick colors that go with them. Because like I said, learning visually is easier than me just telling you. So if someone just wants to pick a color from the color wheel, and I will pull what I have near me anyways. I have all my jars of paint next to me because I was taking some pictures. These are going to be on my wall behind me when I get my shelves up. Well, Cecilia, I'm glad that you used to teach this. I've taken a few color theory classes. It's very hard to explain it to acrylic pourers because it's not like we're sitting down with a brush and a palette and we're going to paint a painting, where we can separate those colors so they're more definite. When you pour, you don't really have control unless you're pouring one or two colors at a time that are in the same family. Okay, so Nancy's saying blue-green, and I think the closest thing we have the blue-green. It's probably going to be Shelley's Masquerade. Let me see if I can reach it. It's denim. I have a few things here that shouldn't be here. If you see the dog hair on me, I brushed Ellie before I went live, so I got dog hair on me. All right, Shelley's Masquerade. This is my blue-green, pretty much. Of course, it does have gold in it. It's very pretty. So if we take blue-green, we put it on our wheel. Let's put it on our wheel. Should we do that? Of course, my blue-green looks nothing like that blue-green. Hi, Nate. So let me show you a split from there. So of course our complementary color is red orange, but our split complementary is orange and red. And I have those here. There's my orange. This is going to be fun when I have 48 colors in front of me, isn't it? And my red. So these two colors are warm. This color is cool. Very good, Linda. You can make these 3 colors work. If I was going to layer these in a cup, I would start with probably a little bit of white because I would want some lacing. Orange is not a good lacing color for some reason. At least I don't have any luck with it lacing, and neither is red. So if I was going to layer a cup, I'd say let's do some white. Let's do some Shelley's Masquerade. Here's where I would take a gold. You could go orange. You could go back with your white, but you don't want to put your red next to the white because you'll get pink. So then you go ahead and layer the gold again. So for giggles, let me do one. How's that? Let's see how that works. But I only have 3 tiles, so. And there goes the phone. All right. I'm going to go a little bit bigger cup because these little tiny ones are useless for teaching. So we'll take a little bit of white. Actually, I want to use no silicone. Do I have those mixed up? Hang on. That's Alan's red. I may not have the orange, guys. So I may have to use silicone. Because those I know I have mixed. Yeah, I don't see the orange. I probably didn't put it in a bottle because I rarely use orange. When I have telemarketers calling, I say, Welch's Sperm Bank. You whack it, we pack it. That's bad, isn't it? I didn't say that, guys. So you didn't hear it from me. All right, so let's take our Shelley's Masquerade. And some gold. We'll do our orange. And some more gold. And I could have put the white before the orange, but I did not. Oh, I get to use this up. Wonderful. Then I know I have enough paint there. But I'm going to be brave. And I'm going to just skewer very gently. So on a flip cup, if you were just going to do a dirty pour, of course I would do lots of tiny little layers so you get more color on your tile. Linda, I quit washing bottles. I'm filling them with bags from now on. I'm not doing that anymore. Okay, let's see what we get. See it? Where the blue touched a little bit, but we're still okay because the gold is there to protect us. Oops, I need some gloves. I'm going to have paint all over my hands. Let's see if we can find the red. I do read the comments, guys. And if I don't catch it during the live, I catch it on the replay. I always make sure I go back and rewatch, because I'm always afraid I'm going to miss something that didn't get answered. And if I know how to get a hold of you, I can send you an answer. So we really did lose our red, didn't we? It may be hiding under that orange a little bit more. Or did I not put the red in there? Maybe I didn't put the red in there. Do you guys remember if I put the red in? Because the cap's still on the bottle. I don't think I did. We can do it again. It's not a big deal. Thank you, Nancy. I didn't think I did. But at least you get to see the blue-green, and the orange and white play together with the gold. This little haziness here is the orange with the gold. To me, that looks like mud. And that's what I'll always say it is, mud. But it's really not. I'm not sure what it would look like dry, because that could be just the transparencies of the gold. But it did open up. So that is the gold sitting on top of the orange. All right, so I don't have any gold left in that bottle. I have to get a different one. That's pretty there on the pad too. Let me grab a paper towel. I have nothing by me. It's all somewhere else. I'm in organizing mode, kind of. Trying to get some stuff done so I do my taxes. Yay. So, all right, let's try this again. We're not going to use the same cup, though. That's really pretty. And that was a bum on me that I missed it. Yeah, you don't want to use too many. I always tell everybody. Now, when I first started, Nancy, I was using 10, 12 colors. I've got paintings. In my YouTube videos, I have paintings of using 24 colors, 28 colors, using up leftovers. It's how you layer them. It's how you layer them. You can use that many, but it all comes down to how you layer. So let me grab this gold. Let's try this again. Now I don't have to worry about being so sparse with the gold. And I'll remember to put the white in there. A little bit of white. Shelley's Masquerade. Do some gold. We'll do some white. We'll do some orange. Back with a little bit of gold. We're separating color. And then we'll add our red. But what I want to do now is just add a little bit more gold and a little bit more white, so that we have sandwiched these colors in. And I probably will not skewer this one because I have plenty of paint. We're going to flip it. So I have no silicone in my white or my gold on this one, or my red. So it's just in the blue and in the orange. There's the red. Well, hello. Let it set. Okay. Now we'll get some color in here. I don't want to lose all that blue, so I'm just pinching so I can take some more orange off. Hopefully we'll have the pixelating problem solved. I'll do a couple test runs tomorrow with the new camera. And if that's not the issue, I will call my internet provider after I put in a work notice with YouTube, which will probably never get answered because they're short-staffed. All right, so we got lots of colors. Poppity pop. All you have to do is separate them, and you can use them all. I like that red hanging out there by itself. I think it's kind of cool. So let me move that one out of here. And then we'll try some different schemes until we use up our hour of fun. Change my paper. So we all know that these four colors work well together with a little added white. So let's pop these back in. So what would you like to try next so that you get a better understanding of color groupings? Well, we already did secondary colors, Nate. We did a lot on that last week and the week before. Well, last week, I should say. And I did a video on it Saturday, painting them. Purple violet. So are we going to do what scheme, Shell? So if we have our purple violet here, our complementary color is yellow orange, which would be Persian autumn yellow. But if we do an analogous, am I saying that right? Analogous. Yes, I am saying it right. Monochromatic's pretty self-explanatory. You're just toning your colors down or adding more. Nate, if you would have been in class the first night, you would have learned that. All right, so let's do 4 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So Shelly picked the blue violet, correct? Purple violet. Well, just violet in general, Shell. Okay, so we can go to the right or to the left. Do you want to go warm or do you want to go cool? Yeah, I'm not going to backtrack, Nate, because these guys have already been through that. So we want to go warm. Okay. So we'll take the purple violet, which would be morning pansy, correct? And we'll go red violet. What would be our red violet? We may have to mix 2 colors together to get that, because I don't think we have a red violet. And then, of course, red and red orange, which we can mix the 2 together. So let me do that real quick. They're simple. Let me see if I have morning pansy. I haven't refilled. Ooh, that's going to be a bad thing. I haven't refilled bottles yet this week. I have morning pansy. And I think we're good. So the red orange we can mix. So let's do that one first. Hi, Patricia. We're pixelating again, so doesn't matter if you're late or not. All right, let me mix that one up for the red violet. A little bit more. Our beach retreat color is done for this year, and I'm not even going to sneak peek it on any of you. You'll have to wait. That's a pretty color. And then our red, and then our red orange. So when you make a red orange, you don't want to put a lot of red in. Up to 1/3. We learned that with our tints, tones, and shades. Just a tiny bit more. And that should be good. All right. So because all these colors play pretty well together, if I was to put this next to this, we may not get very nice behavior between the 2. So I definitely would put a gold between those 2. But on these 3, you don't have to. But because they're so close in color, when you're pouring, you want to separate them. So we can separate them with white. We can separate them with gold. We can separate them with a copper. A copper would blend in nice here. But you really can't add another color, because then it takes the whole scheme away from you. Because that's what you're learning, is the scheme. And this is the best way to practice these, guys. Just get some tiles out and play with your color wheel and what you've learned so far. And learn what you need to put between colors so that you don't get mud. So I'm going to move this color wheel out. And if this doesn't turn out, it's Shelly's fault. We'll just throw her under the bus now. I'm just wondering if my camera connection underneath the pouring table might be loose. So I will definitely check all that out tonight. I'll get my son out here and have him run it. Because I didn't notice anyone else this week on YouTube pixelating but me. So it made me sad. I don't have a lot of, oh, there it is. Okay. Let's use that up. There's our cup. All right, so if you're going to use these 4 colors together, let's start with the red. We don't need the white first. And I'll put a little bit of gold here. We could separate those 2 with white and still be okay. So I'm going to put this pretty red violet we made. It's a really pretty color. It's not Proj Posy purple by any means, but it's really pretty. It's close. It's a little deeper. All right, so let me do a white here. Make it some pinky purple color. We'll see what happens. Let's do our red orange. I'm brave tonight. And then we'll do some more gold. Our morning pansy, which we were waiting on to start us out, which I'm going to end with. But I'm also going to put a little more gold and some red at the end, because our red seems to be getting lost. Okay. I got pixel pouring blues too. Why me? But the funny thing is, people still watch the video, still got comments. So it makes me wonder if everybody pixels or if it's just certain devices, you know? All right, here we go. I see our orange there. Oh, even the cup is pretty. But it's what we did. We separated everything up so we don't lose that and we don't get mud. I'm a corner pincher. I like to keep what I see coming on top and pull what I don't like off. But I also don't want to lose all that orange. So I'm going to pinch this corner and then I'm going to go back the other way. I don't want to lose all that purple either. There we go. All right. Just letting it settle for a second. Wait and see what that white dot's going to do at the bottom there. I didn't like it. pour a little bit more. I want to get that dot off there. I like it. There we go. There's some red. We won't get a lot of cells because I think only one of those colors had silicone in it. So I do have the gold coming up in cells. There's a little bit of the morning pansy coming up, which is our darker purple. That's probably our red violet that's inside of that circle. It's kind of like a peacock cell, color within a color. I want to watch that one grow because these will grow a little bit. Look at this little polka dooty down here. So I may pop up a live tomorrow as a tester. So if you are on YouTube tomorrow at some point and you see me go live, just come in and let me know if I'm pixelating. The only way I can tell is if I'm on my phone. Sorry, Cecilia. Hopefully we'll get it cleared up and figure out what it is. Okay, so I'm going to move that one aside. I would like to try a Tetradic where we use the rectangular scheme. Since I have one more tile, we can monkey with that one. I want to set them there in case it's one of our colors. Okay. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate you, honey. You're awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take the rectangle, which would be, oh, I got paint on my hands and I bet you I just put it in my hair. Okay, so we can do it on, look on this one too, because it's easier to see it. Let's try it with a primary color. Do we really want to do that though? Because it'd be red, yellow, violet, and green. I don't think that would be very pretty. Let's go back. I have enough red, violet left. So that would take us red, violet, yellow, orange, yellow, green, and blue, violet. That sounds pretty. The blue, violet, and the green sound pretty. Let's try that one. Oh, I do have paint in my hair. Lovely. So I need yellow, orange. So I have to make that one real quick. And I need yellow, green. We have some red, violet. I'll need some blue, violet too. Oh, for goodness sakes. But at least you get to see how I mix colors, right? So let's take the morning pansy. So we're going to make some blue, violet. And I'm going to add, let's see. Let's try Carolina blue with that. I hear it squeaks. Somebody was trying to sneak out here. They changed their mind. Oops, I bumped you. I added too much blue, but that's okay. We can add some more purple. Yeah, just a smidge. There we go. It's a pretty purpley blue. You know, every time I do this, I think of new colors for the paint line. And I said to myself, I was not going to go over 50. And I have like 10 colors in my head right now. Okay. So let's go. I have red violet. So there's our red violet. Yellow orange. Orange marmalade. Bumblebee yellow. Oops, I should have shaken that first. Oh, well. Watch the cells come now. I think the silicone was sitting on top. I got to add more. Let me shake it again. A little bit more. Maybe adding all this extra will tone it down a little bit. The silicone. It's yellowy. Okay, and a yellow green. So I'm going to start with the yellow and then just add a little bit of Brian's annoying green. There we go. It's a pretty color. Not as limey as my lemon lime shimmer, but it's pretty good. Okay, so this one's going to be fun. I have no issues with these colors touching or these colors touching. So I'm going to... Here comes your test. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like this little mouse trying to fit into a little area that is overrun with boxes of stuff. Hi, Beth. And we are pixelating, honey. I'm sorry. We're going to hopefully get that fixed tonight. No more. It's not nice. All right. Should have saved a cup to put that on. But... All right. Who wants to be the lucky person that tells me how to layer this cup? Shall I just pick someone? Let's ask Brian. Brian, you've been sitting here watching how we're separating colors. How should I layer this cup? Do. My heater just kicked on. I'm sorry for that little extra noise. Spontaneous Brian, we are waiting. Purple, blue, white, orange, green. Purple, blue, white, orange, green. Seriously, Brian? Does anybody want to correct him? And that is right. You are so correct. You don't want to put these two next to each other. Can I show you if you do put them next to each other? Yeah, you guys can see. Isn't that a funky color? It's a greenish, it's baby blue. Orange, blue, purple, white, green. So Brian, if you look at the color wheel, the complementary color of orange is blue. Although we are using blue violet. No, I'm sorry. We're using red violet. Blue green. It still is not a color to mess with that without separating it. So, oh, I'm so glad you did that, Brian. So let's do it. Let's start with a little bit of white. And because I know that my orange and my green are transparent, because most yellows and most colors are transparent. So let's start with the yellow green. And I'm going to go ahead and try this with Brian or my blue violet. Violet, blue, blue, violet. However, I'm not going to lay this red violet on top of there because they're two dark colors. So here's where we'll put a little bit of gold. And we will lay our yellow orange. We'll add a little bit of white for separation only. And it's when I say a little bit, you're just covering the surface. Then we'll add a little bit of gold for our layer to separate. And then we'll do our red violet. Blue violet. Oh my goodness. Was it red violet or blue violet? It's been a long day. Thank you very much. All right, let's put a little gold on top of that. And I want to put a little more of the lime green. The yellow green. Because it's a pretty color. I want to see if it shows up underneath when we hit it for the cells. I know you don't like gold, Brian, but you want to go easy on white too, because when you use a white against a color, you're going to get a pastel version of it because it's going to tint it. It's going to tint it down, and you may not like the color that you get. Metallics are like locking color in because the micas are so heavy. The only reason I'm tipping that is because I don't want to lose that, because that's where all our colors are at. So I wanted them all to show up for the party. All right, let's tilt this one out. We have a very small class tonight. And I know it's because I'm pixelating. And Gina DeLuca was live earlier. And I think someone is live now from what the girls were saying. I don't care if other people are live when I'm live. I don't own YouTube. I don't own a time slot. You go on when you can go on. And if you build an audience from that, bravo for you. All right. So I do have all the colors there. And I actually love that, just that hint of that red violet. But the thing that interests me more than this tile does is the runoff. Isn't that cool? I may have to pull a cab or two out of there. It's really pretty. So everything showed up. We have the lime green. We have the blue violet. We have the red violet. We have the yellow orange. It's pretty. I can't wait to see that one dry. And I am going to torch it one more time to hit that cell in the middle. But I'm going to wrap it up, guys. If you have any questions, ask them now. I'll try to get them answered if I can before we head out. I'm going to grab a couple of cabs while... Hi, Donna. Oh, you're welcome, Moose. Yes, hit that thumbs up, guys. So next week, hopefully we'll be getting into more of these color palettes so I can explain how to separate. Because it's very helpful when pouring paint. Now, see when I dipped into that, how muddy it got? Because on the drip here, they're not separated. There we go. Cabbage. Funny, Brian. A carbuchon, like Molly called them that time. That was funny. All right. So if you think of something that you forgot to ask while you're here tonight, go ahead and email me. That's fine too. And I'll help you out there. And everyone, just remember to keep Cheryl in your prayers. She's still recovering. I sent her some flowers yesterday from our posse. And hopefully she'll be on the mend soon and back to YouTube, being her wonderful moderator self. So thanks so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you Saturday on my video. Take care now. Bye-bye.